Two rival groups of protesters have confronted each other on the streets of the Federal Capital Territory over the president's continued absence from the country. It took the intervention of the police to prevent a full-scale clash between the two groups as the protests enter a fifth day. Our correspondent, Amaka Okafor, who is monitoring the protests, reports that the concerned Nigeria group, which is asking President Muhammadu Buhari to return to the country or resign, had earlier assembled at the Unity Fountain. The other group later arrived on the scene and appeared to approach the first group before the security officials stepped in. It's the second day in which two groups disagreeing on the president's absence have marched through the streets of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja.
We asked the National Assembly, instead of them attacking us, instead of them responding to us, that they should do the needful as the seat of wisdom of this nation to pass a motion asking the Federal Executive Council to set up a medical panel to look into the health of Mr. President rather than them attacking us. And for those who are saying our action is treasonable, we'll tell them to carry on, that we shall compare notes in the future. He asked Yar'Adua to leave. He asked Yar'Adua to be impeached. We are not even asking the National Assembly to impeach him, but because he's an elderly man, we are only asking him that out of love for our nation, Nigeria, that Mr. President should resign and let his beautiful family take good care of him.
We don't respond to some unnecessary elements, but since we are here, we also want to make a statement that President Buhari's, those who are raising views that either he resume or resign, that's nonsensical, is illegal, unconstitutional. Yeah. In Nigerian constitution, which is the ground norm of this country, the constitution under section 141, having that the president should transmit power to the vice president, which he did willingly, not by compulsion, not by force, but he did it willingly. And transmitting the power to his vice, the vice now become acting president. By virtue of the acting president, Professor Ochibajo has all the rights of the president. Yes. So these people who are calling for president to come or resign, where lies the basis of the argument? So it now goes to show that these are disgruntled elements, those who want to bring Nigeria into nullity.